Hello YouTube, Jared here, and today I wanted to talk about PlayStation Network and an attack that happened in 2014, about roughly 10 years ago. A group called Lizard Squad uh, did a cyber attack for DDoS. It was very similar to this on October 1st, and they also took down Xbox 2 during the Christmas of that year in December 2014. You can go research if you want. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Today, I wanted to try to research a little bit of why. I did a little research of why this could be happening, and I made a little list um, of some possible reasons of why this could be happening. Now, there's some um, things I wrote down here, and to preference all the information, just to let you guys know, anything in the military nowadays is very confidential. You do not share to civilians. I come from a military background, um, and nobody has permission to actually say certain things. So just remember, the world can seem, there's two worlds. There's the world of war, where people actually dying and there's missiles being launched, and the world that's like this bubble of peace that people don't think that exists. Like, we're just, oh, everything's fine. It's just, oh, Sony, it's your fault. When in reality, Sony could be sleeping and they have no idea what just happened. And so I just wanted to talk about a few things that happened recently. Just in February, AT&T, a cell phone company in USA, sorry, I didn't capitalize that, went out for 11 hours. Now, how would this happen? There's a lot of investigations by the Federal Trade Commission and a lot of um, military services trying to undergo this. Also, there is a presidential election going on, which does not help the situation. It's kind of a chaos environment in the United States. The economy is not doing that great, by the way. So these are also factors that go into this. Just yesterday, another cell phone company, Verizon, went out for 12 plus hours, depending on which area you were. So now we see two attacks on these cell phone companies, right? How does this relate to PlayStation? Well, it's not finished. I'm going to skip down to Nintendo. Nintendo servers are also undergoing a maintenance, right? Sony's servers are down. It took Sony literally 3+ hours to respond officially about this problem. So normally when something happens like that, they're trying to understand the problem so they can actually address it. So it's something, it seems very clear, it was not an intended maintenance. And I'm actually theorizing that Nintendo actually are going through the same thing, but they're covering it up with a maintenance, like saying, oh, we're doing maintenance, when in reality it could be a total devastating server cyber attack. Who knows? Also, I read on the Russian war from Al Jazeera. They have an app too. There's an article talking about just yesterday, on Monday, there was an attack again. Russian drones. We can actually bring up the article. I have it here. And Russia launched several waves of drones targeting Kyiv in the early hours of Monday. Ukraine's military said the drones were either destroyed by defense systems, or, this is the very important part, neutralized by electronic warfare during the 5-hour attack. So, by the way, the NATO alliance is huge, and these services that were electronic warfare is the key word right there. Those are all confidential, like how they're doing things. Now, I'm not saying that um, NATO wiped out our services, but there's all kinds of casualties in electronic warfare, and there's all kinds of possibilities, and we don't know what's happened. But all I know is recently that there was electronic warfare and it involved Russian drones, and I can pretty much summarize that, that's a possibility. I'm not saying that is the truth, but I'm just saying it's a possibility. Now, I want to move on to a more of a discussion type. What do you guys have your possibility theories of attack? What do you think it is? And how do you think Sony could save face or make it up to us? And I will say, I think for us not having this day of like playing the game, that they should give us at least maybe 1 month free PS Plus, or they could give us some of those like token credits, or like some kind of like a maybe like a $20 redeem code, or like a $20 credit account credit, something to say, hey, we couldn't maintain our service for you, so like we're gonna do something back for you. Another thing about the theories of attack I have is, this is really crazy theory, but like Starfield launched their DLC, right? And it's like Microsoft's flagship, one of their flagship games that everybody called like Star Crap, But possible people that don't like Sony being specifically a competitor is Microsoft. Now, I want to watch my words carefully, because I do like Microsoft, because it's like a company that's helping the world. I do believe Microsoft is a very good company, but they have history of doing scummy things, like all companies. There's no like clean company. So it's a very possible theory that, Xbox servers are all going green right now, while Nintendo and Sony are under shut down basically. So that is kind of an east and west look right there. Another thing that I would say is, recently Nintendo sued Palworld, and Palworld is connected to Sony because Sony likes Palworld, but at the same time, Nintendo and Sony are actually cousins, like brothers, because they're both Japanese companies. So I don't see in the East, companies aren't like competing like that. But I don't know Japanese. I know Korean. Like LG and Samsung. They're more like big brother, little brother. It's not like, yo, I want to destroy you and never hope that you make a profit ever again. They're normally like, their people are like collectively seen as a whole. So they're like, oh, this is our country. We are Nintendo. We are, what's it called? We are Sony. Like Nintendo and Sony, I believe, have a harmonious, healthy relationship. I don't think that they're trying to destroy each other. However, that's just my theory too. But, um, there is a lot of money going in. You know, a lot of people can buy attacks and war, and you know, you might want to pay a few $1 million to have something happen, some crazy things happen. Who knows? So it's possible that um, grudges of copyright games, let's just include Power World and Astrobot is also like a very copy of Mario. But I don't. This is just I don't know. You know, Microsoft. You know, this is just like what would Microsoft's theory be? They're right now they look stable. They look stable. And also Microsoft needs to counterattack the PS5 Pro. And how are they going to do that? How are they going to make a system? Right now, Microsoft is losing this battle of console war. You know, there's those hardcore gamers, yeah, like, yeah, it's always Microsoft, yes. But the benefit that Sony has is, I'm just going to put down here, there's a benefit that you can FTP free to play games don't require PS 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 Plus, while Xbox does, while Game Pass does. This is a totally like different topic. It's nothing to do about that. Um, can I spell? So anyway, guys, I know I've been just yapping. You know, I think it's just a good thing. I think that when it got attacked earlier in 2014, they robusted the servers. They put the more in like security. But I believe this is a cybersecurity breach. I believe it could be connected to war. I believe anything is possible. But I do believe another thing that Sony could do to save face is they could say it was a maintenance. They could say um, they could call it an unscheduled maintenance. And if it was me, if I was in charge of Sony, I would do all of this. I would give people credit. I would give them even more than 1 month. I would give you guys, how about 1 year PS Plus free, and and the $20 credit, and I would call it unscheduled maintenance. Um, so I'm trying to help us get something out of this. But yeah, it was my day off work, and I kind of felt like, oh my gosh, I can't play this. Can I spell Microsoft? I spelled it right. I just want me to capitalize it, just like Game Pass. I think Game Pass is like it has to be like this, right? Is it like capital like this? I don't even know. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope maybe I helped you a little bit. This is all suspicion, by the way. This is not, but there is some facts in here about the cell phone companies going out and the Russian drones. And I tried to be very factual. I didn't try to just put my theories. The theories about Microsoft and grudges and Power World and Astrobot, those are just like totally like probably not true, because yeah, I can't see Nintendo attacking their own people. That would be kind of silly, right? But I could see more Microsoft. But anyway, guys, have a wonderful day, and hopefully the servers are back online soon, and I will talk to you later. Peace.